This is part 3 of the Everett at 89. A lot of people only saw part 2. They didn't see part 1, so they're all wondering where part 3 is. If I watched part 2, I'd be wondering where part 1 was, you know? Anyway, he's a real guy. He's 89 years old. He's a Navy retired, what, 20 years in the Navy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had 20 years. And then I got out of the Navy and was a truck driver for 20 years. But you want to know something about back in the 30s or something like that, I'll give you a little inside info. When you was a kid, you didn't get the toys you get now with all the batteries and all this stuff. You made your own toys. We used to take when your mother finished sewing something and she had an empty spool, we'd take that spool, cut the edges, make ridges in it, and then put an elastic band through it, put a matchstick on one end to hold the band there, and then you put a piece of wax on this end and a lollipop stick, and you made your own tank. You had to wind it up like this, set it down, and it should run along. That's the way you had made your toys in those days. Either that, you had an old skate, you take one part, take it apart, put one end on a piece of 2x4 and the other end on the other 2x4, nail a board up there and put a crossbar on it, and you have your own scooter. Now they put electric ones and they ride around like they're crazy now.
They take like a skateboard and put like a lawnmower engine or something like that on it. They got a handlebars on it.
Then.
Yeah.
No, we didn't have any of that kind of stuff.
Did you have skates though?
Yeah, we had skates. Union leader.
How about trains? Did you ever get any trains
Yeah.
for Christmas?
No, I didn't get them for Christmas, but I lived near the Lionel factory. And we used to go over there and they'd burn the ones that was deformed when they made them. They didn't come out right, the cast was broke or something. We'd get parts of all these different ones before they burn them. They'd put them in a file and then every day they'd burn them. But we'd get some of those old pieces and make our own, put them together ourselves.
Before they burned them or after?
Yeah, before.
Would you have to jump a fence to get in there before they burned them, or what? Do you know what time they burned them or something?
We knew when you're a kid, you know all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then later on, when you went to work, that was another thing. We made $25 a week, and that was top pay. That was what most of the people were hoping they'd make.
You used to deliver what, coal and ice? You got
ice in the morning, coal in the afternoon. And by the time the day was over, you were so tired. When you finished, you'd lay down in the office on the floor for a half hour before you went home.
Really?
Yeah, you were tired.
What was worse, delivering ice or delivering coal?
Coal, because they used to have in those days they had a lot of terraces. And you had to carry your coal. And then you had a little chute you put in the window, and you carry it up to that chute there and dump that bag in there. Well, it wasn't a bag, it was a regular hod that you carried. And they got 50 cents extra a ton. You carry a ton of coal for 50 cents. But that was our clear profit for us.
Did you deal with the rich people or their maids, or what? Who was telling you to bring the coal up?
No, yeah. They ordered the coal. They'd get maybe 14 tons a year, you know, and they'd order it in the summertime because it was cheaper in the summer. And
so you're in the hot sun dragging a ton of coal.
Well, not only in the summer, you delivered in the winter too, coal. People run out, you know, but you didn't have the big orders then. You'd have maybe a ton or a half a ton at a time.
So delivering ice was easier?
Yeah, in a way. But I have one customer who lives on the 3rd floor. And no matter what size piece of ice I brought up to her, she'd say, "That's too small for that price. You're cheating me." So I just walk down the stairs away and wait a while, bring the same piece up. She'd say, "Well, why didn't you give me a piece like that at the beginning?" That's the way people were in those days. They were tight. But what I had to be, they didn't have no money.
What about florists? Do you work in a florist or a hothouse or greenhouse or what?
I had friends that owned a florist, and I used to go up there and hang out there a lot. But when I got out of the Navy, I worked in a florist, and I can't even think of it now. I'm getting old.
Well, what'd you do? Make arrangements or what? Shovel dirt or what?
No, we planted and got the soil ready and everything else. You used to have to take a mixture of manure and dirt together and put it down in the bed, and then they put plastic over it, put the steam pipe into it, and steam it for a couple hours to sterilize it. And then after next day, then you replant that bed. They had nine greenhouses, and each one of them had three beds, and they're 125 feet long.
Wow.
But it kept us busy. Carnations, that's what we did. Carnations. I couldn't think of the darn thing. That's all they raised. That the snapdragon.
Where was that? Jersey?
No, in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Yeah. Hey.
Well, we're going to have to go. This is a quick show. We got to do part 4 here in a minute. They're waiting for part 4 already.
Oh boy.
We're going to talk about your tattoos and stuff in part 4. I know you love that. So you're glad they're listening, and you actually read the messages from them that they